What is up everyone, Barricade here and bringing you guys a quick Gears of War video. And what I mean by Gears of War video is something a little different. Simply put, obviously you guys know that I love this series like crazy. I made my Gears of War lore series and I even made my own backstory for a different character that takes place in the same universe of the Gears of War storyline called Gears of War Damnation. And actually a quick update on that, just know that I'm still working on the series. I'm not giving up on it at all. I just need to really think of a new story for the next arc, so that will be sometime in the distant future. But anyways, when it comes to today's video, what I want to talk about is actually pretty much why I love Gears of War and how I even got into the series to begin with, because it's actually somewhat of a funny story, something a little different, and I actually just wanted to explain why I love this series so much and how I got into it to even begin with. So the thing that starts it off here is, simply put, the thing that's kind of crazy and kind of funny is if you looked in pretty much a good chunk of all my gameplays, you'll see someone in there by the gamer tag of Kakarot27. Who's Kakarot27? That's my older brother. My name is Eddie, my brother is Joey. He's my oldest brother. I'm actually the youngest of 5. He is over 30 years old. I think he's just turned 36. I feel terrible for not knowing the exact age. I'm terrible with birthdays. But anyways, yeah, he's an older guy and I'm 25. I'm about 10 years difference than him. And I'm the youngest of 5 boys and he's the oldest of 5 boys. But we always grew up really close and we always liked the same things like Dragon Ball Z, played video games together, things like that. We're always really close. And he is actually the sole person that got me into the Gears of War series. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even be playing Gears of War right now. And pretty much the whole story as to why he even got me into this series is, the thing that's funny is, growing up, me and him really liked PlayStation. We always played PS1, PS2, and while I had like the original Xbox, I was never too crazy about it. I liked playing Halo, Halo 2, but all I did was play the stories. I never had multiplayer, and I played a few games on it like Doom 3 and a few other games, but I was never too ecstatic about the original Xbox. I was more of a PlayStation kid. I used to like to play games like Unimusha, Devil May Cry, GTA, things like that were only on PS2, and I really loved it. So when the PS3 came out, we were like, it was a no-brainer. You know what I mean? We loved PS2. Why not get PS3? So that's what we did. We got PS3. I wanted a 360, but there was nothing on it really too much that made me want it besides Halo. And at the time, I didn't even play online, so there was no point in getting an Xbox 360 just to play the Halo 3 campaign. So it was just something that I didn't really care too much about. We just wanted a PlayStation so we could play the games we were used to. And the thing that was crazy was, for a while we liked the PS3 like crazy. We used to play the Resistance Fall of Man game. We used to play other third-party games like GTA, and the one that we also liked to play a lot together was Army of Two. So we always played co-op games. That was always our thing. We always played co-op games together growing up all the time. And when we first got into the PS3, we played Resistance, and we love that game. If you never heard of Resistance, and if you had a PS3 in the past, I don't have no idea why you never played that game, but Resistance is honestly one of the best games on the PlayStation series, and it's honestly one of my most favorite games of all time. I really wish that they actually would even make like a Resistance trilogy remaster for the PS4. I would buy that instantly because I have a PS4, so that would actually be something I would buy right away. But anyways, off topic. Anyways, we like to play a bunch of games together. It's always what we did. We'd play Resistance, we would play Army of Two, anything that was co-op, basically. And while I didn't have a 360 back on the original Halo Xbox, I mean, we used to play Halo 1 and 2 co-op sometimes, but we were never really too ecstatic about playing Halo. We just liked a few other games. But regardless of what it was, we always played co-op. That was just our thing. And growing up, my brother has always been really family oriented. We all, spend the weekends together and see, I always see my nephews and nieces and things like that. But he was also very family oriented with his wife's family. So one day he was hanging out at his wife's cousin's house. I guess it was like his wife's cousin's son's birthday. I know it sounds kind of weird to string it all together like that. But basically, anyways, he was hanging out at his wife's cousin's house, and her son had an Xbox. He had an Xbox 360. And my brother was just sitting there kind of bored. You know how family things can get kind of boring, especially if it's like your wife's, girlfriend's or wife's family. And he was just sitting there bored, I guess. And he sees his wife's cousin's son playing an Xbox. And he goes, it's a little younger kid, and the kid goes, hey, I have Gears of War. You know, I want to play Gears of War. You want to play it with me? And my brother was kind of like, okay. You know, he was just kind of bored and just didn't know what to do. So, okay, I'll try it out. He played Gears of War co-op with his wife's cousin's son, and he thought it was amazing. He thought it was awesome, super fun. You know, just everything about the game was awesome. And the first thing that came to his mind was, this would be fun to play with Eddie. So he immediately, like not even shortly after this, he immediately went to GameStop, like maybe not the same day, but like several weeks down the line or so. He went to GameStop and bought Gears of War 1 and Gears of War 2 at the same time. And this was right when Gears of War 2 just barely released. I think it was only like a week after it released. So he just got Gears of War 1 and Gears of War 2 when it was brand new. And then the thing is, we still didn't have Xboxes though. That was the kind of the predicament. We didn't have an Xbox, even though he had the first 2 Gears games. And he decided, well, what the hell we're going to do? But luckily, our other brother had a 360. So, you know, I'm the youngest brother. He's the oldest. And the thing that's funny is my brother, Tommy, who's actually the middle brother, has a 360. And pretty much he let us try, you know, use his 360 to play Gears of War. And my brother's like, dude, we got to play this game. Got to play it. We have to. And I'm just like, okay, you know, we'll play it. You know, it's whatever. You know, it's another awesome co-op game for us to play. But I always thought it was going to be just like any other co-op game we always played, which, you know, we played it, beat it a couple times, and then we're done with it, and that's it. You know, never something that stuck around that much, and that's what I thought Gears of War was going to be. We tried it, and we were addicted. Gears of War is amazing. Like, we just loved it. We just, holy crap, Gears of War is freaking awesome. You know, curb stomps, chainsaws, the freaking weapons, the Lancer, the Gnasher, like everything about the style of the enemies, the, you know, the weapons themselves, the characters, everything was just so amazing to us. And the thing that caught me right away was the fact that when we're playing Gears of War, I'm Dom. I'm this character. I'm someone different. And with about 99% of all the co-op games we played together, I was always someone that wasn't relevant to the story. I was always just some random clone character that the game generated. I think the only other co-op game we played together that actually had me as a character was Army of Two. But while that game was fun, the story itself was pretty bland and it never really stuck to me that much, especially with the character. It just seemed like a guy wearing a mask, nothing too derivative with the character, just, you know, it's another guy with the mask that shot stuff. So it didn't really feel too different from, you know, being player 1 or player 2. But with Gears of War, that was the difference. You know, second that scene opened up, we see this guy walk in with a bag and open a door and throw the bag on the ground. And while I'm watching this, I'm thinking, oh shit, okay, so this guy's probably the main character. And the one I'm talking about is Dom at this point when he threw armor and the bag that had Marcus's armor and all his gear. At that point, I thought, oh, okay, well, maybe, you know, this is the main character. I'm probably going to be like some other guy that's, you know, a clone or something. It's probably going to be like a quick cutscene and I'm just going to be someone else. But no, I see this character named Dom, and he throws the bag, gives the armor to the main character. And then we both start playing, and holy shit, wait a second. My brother is this guy, and I'm this guy. And this character has a personality. He talks, he's different, he's unique, he's his own character. Holy shit, this is freaking awesome. So that was the thing that made majorly make me like Gears of War. The fact that just that the co-op character was someone unique, someone different, not just another random bland character. With Resistance, Fall of Man, or even Halo, you're pretty much just some random clone character that has nothing to do with the story, that doesn't show up in the cutscene, so I always felt a little irrelevant. But with Gears of War, it gave me a face for my character. It gave me someone unique, someone different. And the thing I really liked about Dom right away, the reason why I liked him so much, is, well, I can't relate to him on the aspect of, you know, having kids or being married and all that crazy stuff. The thing that made me like him was the fact that he was serious, you know, very quiet, didn't really talk too much. But when he was around people he was close with, like Marcus, Baird, and all them, he was really funny, really loud, kind of said stupid shit. And the part that always made me laugh a lot and got me into liking Dom a lot was the part in Gears of War 1 when they're going through the caves, where the Krill caves, before the Krill come back, and they fall down that huge, like, slide thing, and Marcus is like, oh, what the hell? Like, they're flying down the little slide thing, and, you know, with the water, and Dom, instead of getting pissed off, he's just like, woohoo, yeah, like, he's actually liking it, like, he's laughing. And that right there made me like it, because that's honestly something I would do. I can imagine something like that happening. My brother, who plays as Marcus, Joey, being fucking pissed off, and me over there going woohoo and like laughing and things and stuff like that. So that was the thing that made me like Dom and pretty much the Gears of War franchise, because the game itself is extremely unique from a gameplay standpoint, with the whole cover-based shooter thing. The graphics were amazing. The story was awesome. The gore was amazing. Just everything about it was so addicting. And then just having not only all that fun stuff, but having a character that's all my own, someone different, someone unique. And then how every character in the Gears of War series is freaking awesome, unique, and anyone can play as them and like that character. Pretty much how it goes down for us is my brother is Marcus, I'm Dom, my best friend Ryan is Baird, and my best friend AJ kind of goes back and forth between Cole and Carmine, but he really likes those characters. So that was the thing, that's always how we be. If you ever see gameplays of us playing, that's who we play as. So that was the thing. And that's another thing that with the thing that was funny is after we played it, we loved it, and we played it for a long time, and all we did was play Horde. Gears of War 2 came out in 2008, and all we did was play Horde for like a year. We always played split screen Horde. That's it. We never played multiplayer, we never played online. About a year later, we decided to try online, and we freaking sucked. We were terrible at the game. So we rage quitted out of multiplayer and decided to just play Horde for a while. And we played Horde for like God knows how long. I think I was probably like level 50 or 50 something by the time we finally decided, oh, okay, let's try multiplayer again. So we played Horde for months, maybe in another year, and then we finally tried multiplayer again, and we still sucked. But after a while, we liked it, and we got better at it. I learned how to wall balance and things like that. And then just from then on, we played Gears of War 2 Guardian all the time, and then Gears of War 3 came on, and the rest is just history. And I just liked the series and started making videos and things like that. So pretty much the thing that's funny about my story about why I even got into Gears of War is because my older brother got me into it. I'll admit that. He's the one that introduced the series to me. And if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't even know what Gears of War was, or I probably would, but I probably wouldn't even care about it. And just the fact that Gears of War is such a unique story and gave that closeness between me and how me and my brother are always close growing up, and how when we play this game, we're the two main characters. And that's what made us like the series so much. And that's why we cannot wait to play the new Gears of War game, because the multiplayer is amazing. Gears of War 4 is amazing, and we can't wait to figure out what happened to, Marcus and, JD, and what's going on with JD and the whole story behind all that. But overall, that's pretty much just my main little story about why I like Gears of War, how I got into Gears of War. Pretty much it's just a stroke of luck of my brother randomly going to his wife's cousin's house and seeing her son play Gears of War and thinking, oh shit, this would be fun for Eddie and me to play. Him showing showing the game to me, I can't talk right now, and us just getting addicted because it's freaking fun as hell. And overall, Gears of War, I know a lot of people kind of hate on Gears of War, and honestly, I feel like Gears of War is kind of underrated sometimes, because Gears of War is extremely unique, extremely fun, awesome story, and it always felt like a game that we can just play. And no matter how many games we play now in the future, we may stop playing Gears for months at a time, but Gears of War is a game we always come back to because it's just that good. And we will always continue to play Gears of War, and we will continue once Gears of War 4 comes out. So, but anyways, guys, if you guys like this video, please definitely hit that like button, subscribe, and tell me what you guys think about my little story. If you guys thought it was interesting, whatever. I just randomly thought of talking about this since you guys know how much I love this series. I thought I'd at least shed a little bit of a personal light on it to why I like it so much. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and take it easy.
Thanks for watching this video. If you want to see my most recent Gears of War video, hit that link on the left. If you want to see my most recent Dragon Ball video, hit that link on the right. Thanks for watching, guys.